All righty, man. What is going on out there, everybody? Once again, I am Mr. Soul of a Man, 504, coming at you live with another installment, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody out there is having a great week, man. Today we are talking about knowing your worth. And man, is that so important? And in today's system, I feel like so many people are lost in that, and so many people need that direction and value, because so many people are like, where do I start? Where do I begin? How do I put a price on this? And but then let me just say this. One of the main important things in it is valuing yourself. By valuing yourself, that's how you come up with this that's how you come up with this amazing value. All right, so we had a guest coming up, ladies and gentlemen, on the Wisdom app. Hey, how you doing today? Good. Um, so, so as far as, what would you like to say? As far as people understanding and knowing and valuing their worth.
I don't know where to start from, but let's give it a try. So basically, when you're worth by what you're doing in your life, but like, my God, it's kind of hard though.
I say one thing I would say is understanding understanding who you are, and knowing that your trip through life is
Yeah,
listening,
like knowing yourself.
yeah, and say to know thyself is truth. And once you figure out your truth, and once you can figure out more of your greater understanding, the greater role, in everything, and and society, and that's going to help to shape your mind and shape the people that you meet, and knowing that there's no big you, me, or anybody else, that at the end of it, we're all human. We're all great at what we're great at,
Yeah,
and
just to humble us.
yeah, and that's that's one of the main lessons, that I had to learn. And that's and I'm sure a lot of people have learned that. I'm sure that you're great at stuff, in your life. And and as I'm great at certain things. You're never going to be great at everything.
Yeah, you're never gonna be great at everything. So you should know what you're great at. Some people still don't know what they're great at. Like, people trying to do something they cannot even do. Like, they're still gonna find what they're great at. So basically, if you want to do what you're great at, you should try to look for it. Like, something in this world, like, you cannot even give it a try. Like, it's not for you. You cannot do it. Even if you try, you're not great at it. You should accept. Like, go look what you're great for. Go look what you can do. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Hmm.
Like, some people trying give it. Yeah, it's like everything is possible, but sometimes some things you cannot do it, even if you try. Like, it's not for you.
Right, but the important thing is trying. Not that you're going to get a first place trophy for it, but in hindsight, when you look back at it, you can say, I mean, I tried it, I didn't quit, it just wasn't for me. Or maybe,
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
For me. Yeah, you should give it a try, like this said. But like, some people trying to give it a try and keep it. and wasting time, and they know, like inside of themselves, they know they cannot do it. Like sometimes you should accept the fact that you ain't for it. That's not for you. You're not great at it.
Right. And that can, that can go with certain careers, jobs, relationships, friendships, and, um, certain sports you might try, or, whatever. But, everybody, when they say hindsight is 2020, but, everybody's going to be wired a little differently. We all have different backgrounds and religions and all of that stuff. But knowing that the end of the day, that you are, you're that you're important, and you have to naturally honor, you have to honor yourself by knowing that, and you have to honor yourself within that, as you continue on your as you can continue on your journey.
Yeah, like you can continue the journey. Yeah, that's fair. Like at the end of the day, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I want to but thank you so much for coming up, and being a part of the conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. For all, and have a good day, y'all.
And the important thing is for you to, honestly, man, look, if you don't believe in yourself, all of those people out there who may be deemed go-getters, um it all started from somewhere. All of those people whom we may see as the greatest of leaders, they had people around them, certain situations in life that molded them to be, to naturally be the best that they can be, and whatever situations that they are. So you are living this life, you need to partake, you really do need to partake in it. It's okay that, just say you win. Let me put this down. I have a habit of doing that, but anyway, it's it's okay. You win some, you lose some, but if you're alive, it's, tomorrow is another day. Today is that day. I thought for me today was just going to be, yesterday was an amazingly powerful day, but um today is, hump day. Y'all saw that commercial with that camel, uh and he would walk through the office and he'd be like, Todd, 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 like, what, man, what day is it? Say this hump day, and he'd go like, hump day. But anyway, man, just keep whatever it is that you're doing, continue to chip away at it. I know people, if you are thinking about putting out whatever it is that you're trying to put out, and you know it's revolutionary, and you know that you are, like, I feel like I am one of the, uh I feel, I always felt like I was one of the most creative minded people in the world. And you might say, man, that's a, like, soul of a man, that's a bold statement, man. But I've written books, and I've done speaking engagements, and I've traveled, and I've helped people, I've been able to help people all over the world. And if you guys would like to check out my books, you can go to Amazon under my name, Damon Alvarez, or you can go to my website, www.soulofaman504.com. You can check out all of my books, and all of that good stuff. But anyway, it is going to be, the proof is going to be in the pudding, so to speak. So, um, some people might say, well, man, you have delusions of grandeur because you're thinking a little too big right now, and that stuff hasn't blah blah blah. But like, I forgot the name of that movie. But anyway, Robert De Niro was in it. But anyway, like the guy said, I don't have delusions of grandeur. I actually have a recipe for it. Like I have a recipe for the greatest success in my life. And I know that I'm going to be one of the greatest success stories that I ever see. So, and you have to think, speak, move boldly like that. Yeah, I know there are people that have won gold medals in the Olympics, and I don't know, people who have started companies, but you know those people had to work extremely hard for that, and I get it, man. Like I'm here for it. Like I see, like I already see the thousands of views that I'll be getting on these you know street services, on social media and X, Y, and Z. And you gotta believe it, man. You have to believe it to achieve it. So these things can take shape. And you have um, we all have we all have a purpose. And within that purpose, moving forward, um the first thing to knowing your worth, one, value yourself, value your journey, and know that you are um, you are the great that you are. And maybe the one thing or several things that you're doing. And I think I told somebody recently that the greatest CEOs or whatever, running these multi-million or billion-dollar companies, it's just the fact that they may not be great at everything, but they were smart enough to put the smartest people. You know, um, they were smart enough, to put the greatest people around them. And man, I mean, with that said, you're going to meet people, and you're just going to instantly connect with them. And sometimes with it is a process. It is a process. There's so much, sometimes there's patience, but some of us can do it so effortlessly that it just seems like sometimes it's going to really seem like. And that's another thing you really need to value is your time, because although sometimes we may spend money on something and we wish, like, man, I wish I could, I wish I could get that one back. But that money can always be made, whatever. But the time is something that we unfortunately can't get back, because there's we although we can think about the past and the things that we've been through. Um it's important to know that where you are right now is valuable, and you don't want to have anything that is nothing less than great, or important for you, and going along your journey to consume your time, when you should have been you should have been making those videos for social media, or planning something out, or whatever. But it's just I was just talking to somebody about that, how people may not value your time, and they may not value you for whatever reason. They hang around, and they want your knowledge, but they want your whatever services that you have. They're like, oh, I'll just I'll catch the free stuff. But pretty soon you're not even going to be doing that. It's when you have people lined up around, not, man, like blocks, waiting to talk to you, or waiting to interview you, or people who will naturally pay the value for, for your time. And like calling that stuff in, man, is very important, and you meeting, yeah, people are going to meet you where you are. That's the, that's the sound, and that's the most beautiful thing about it, man. And not, and not, we're going to have our days, where we may not feel like getting up, or we may not feel like doing this, or doing that, or we may not feel enough, we may not feel uh you know purpose for, for that day, or whatever it is. And I'm not going to say it's going to, as you go into deeper waters, we are naturally, and when I say me, people who are on their own unique journeys in life to whatever they deem to be their own success stories. We are headed, in deeper waters, and we are getting out of out of our comfort zones. And that, I feel, that is a whole nother talk, conversation, within itself. But people were bold enough to train to be astronauts, and to and to sign up, with NASA, or with whatever country their space program, and going out of space, or go to the moon, and and all of these different things. So why not put the time in now, for yourself, so that you can, move forward and do these, and do these, amazing things. So do something now that, um, do something now that you're going to be thankful for later. Because if you do that, and it's like somebody said, I think his name was David, I forget his last name, but on the wisdom app, we know him as Superman. But he said that, I planted a mustard seed and it grew into a tree. And man, when he said that, I think we were talking, man, I believe we were talking yesterday. And man, when he said that, that was such like, it was such like his story and mine was so parallel. The one thing he said was that, people in his family was like, hey, look, why don't you just choose something to do and stick with it? Because for me, that was my thing. Like, I was, all over the place. But one thing I had to know and realize is that, um your gifts are going to make room for you. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's going to look a little, I always say it's just going to look a little different, because we all look a little different, in this world. And, we have our thoughts and opinions about different stuff that I don't need to get into. If you like to argue with people, you could go on Clubhouse or whatever apps, and, and debate with people. I'm not a debater. I'm more of a, uh, I'm more of an informative person. I give out the information. Now, what you do with that information, it's just naturally up to you. Like, if somebody says, okay, Soul of a Man, I'm going to give you a list of numbers to call. These people are going to help you to, set up, marketing, your website design, your merchandise. This person is going to help you, uh, get in with, certain media outlets, and this person is going to help you to get your book, in different languages, and in braille, and, and X, Y, and Z. And if I don't take advantage of that, then, you know that's on me. I mean, it's not on the person. They check back and say, hey man, hey, did you call those people or check in with them? Oh no, not yet. I just haven't gotten a chance. It's like 2 months. This was 2 months ago. Not to say I would do that. Like, I would not these days. Oh, man, what? I would be on that like tomorrow. Man, seriously. talk about what do they call it? Talking about like a somebody handing you a like an amazing the gift that keeps on giving. Man, what? It's like it's like Christmas, your birthday, and everything else came early. Like seriously. But yeah, man. But um, knowing your worth is really akin to knowing yourself. And by knowing yourself, knowing who you are, what you're, what you're supposed to be doing, and again, like David said, having a faith of a mustard seed. Oh my goodness, man, and just putting the time in because because you value yourself, you value your journey, and I know in the bigger perspective of it is this is bigger than me. um every we all believe in something, I believe in God and all of that, but if that's not your thing, it's cool. If you just believe in yourself, I say, look, cool, you do that, that helps to get you up and get you moving, in a positive way, man. Do what you have to do. I put that water. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so man, do what you have to do. I don't push, especially like in a spiritual standpoint. I don't push what I believe on people. I would never, there's no way in the world, I mean, we're all going to resonate with something, somebody, there may be different variations of one thing. You could be a car person. You could like old school, like, classic cars from maybe the vintage cars from, maybe like the 30s or the 40s. Or you could be a muscle car guy from, the 60s and the 70s. Or, you may like the exotic cars, the Porsches, the Lamborghinis, and the Quintashes, and and all of that good stuff. But you're at this point, all you really need is your stamp of approval. Because it's not far few and in between for people to look at you and say, like, who is this person? Well, who gave you the authority for blah blah blah? Yeah, well, I did. I believed in myself. Long story short, here I am. Not everybody is going to be a fan. I get that. I know personally I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Great, and I know that everything in this world is not going to be. I get that everything in this world is not going to be my cup of tea. But I honor that. That's a part of the process. But going back to it, I know my worth. I know all that has been instilled in me, and I know that I am purpose to go out and to do all of the amazing things that that I have done, that I'm doing now, and that I am naturally going to do in the future. So if you guys can remember that, I feel like that could be a great affirmation for somebody, man. I don't write this stuff down, y'all. I feel like I've been on here for like, I don't know. I don't write these, I come up with a topic and I just go for it. Seriously. I do. And I might have talked about this before. I'm not sure, but if it I try to go through I really try to go through uh yeah, so I try to go through certain topics for the day, and let that be what that is. All righty, man. So we have a guest coming in. Let's see who this is. Oh, hey, look, it's Miss Julie. See what's going on. in the United Kingdom. Mm. Hey, how you doing?
Alrighty, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, just happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, liking your topic.
yeah, it feels like I
Gonna
haven't.
run out.
Yeah, feels like I haven't spoken to you in a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, we have caught up with each other for probably about 3 weeks. So I'd say probably about 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So, hello.
How
So yeah, no,
how's everything going?
knowing your worth.
What'd you say?
I said knowing your worth, eh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that is, knowing your worth. It's weight in gold in so many different ways, and it helps you. You know, it really does help you with your confidence and with your path and knowing who you are, and it helps you to
Value.
yeah, get you to where you're naturally supposed to be, and you don't feel always like you're at the fork in the road and you have to sit down for like however long and make decisions. And sometimes we have to make like split decisions on things in life, and having confidence in who you are and just being aware, it helps so much.
I think what it would really help with is when you do grow, because everyone grows, and this app particularly has really helped me go from strength to strength. But what knowing your worth does assists you to not have what we would call imposter syndrome when you look back in on yourself and you've seen what you've put out there. If you know your worth, you will know that is your value. So if you're enjoying what you see, if you're feeling proud of your accomplishments, or feeling proud of letting go, or whatever you're feeling good about, that is you, and your knowing your worth helps you not feel as if it's someone else that you're looking at when you look in the mirror. It's great to know your worth. It really helps with that. It gives you a sense of well-being and security and safety. That's what knowing your worth does. And it helps you to give as well. It helps you to give to other people and, give truly. And that is a wonderful thing.
Right.
That's what knowing your worth.
And
anyway.
yeah, and the amazing thing is that we're all gifted at something, but there's something very special inside of, and a lot of us that people out here really need to hear, and they need to be a part of. And if you know your worth, that'll help you to supersede any doubts that you have, to help to put yourself out there, so that you can not only help you yourself, but you can help those people also.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's a comfortable place to be when you realize your attributes, when you realize that you are putting a good thing out into the ether that is genuine and from yourself and unconditionally as well. So when you realize all of those things, then you definitely feel good. You feel you are worthy. Your space is not wasted. It counts. That's the thing. Your space and what you do in your life, it counts. And there'll be someone somewhere listening to you or watching you or just joining you, like I ask people to join me a lot, that will help them feel their worth as well. That's what I think.
Right, because even with this audio wisdom app, this may be some people's first shot at speaking in public. So
Yeah,
by them seeing you, and y'all just having that one-on-one conversation, it makes them feel like, well, this is just a regular conversation. Well, I mean, if I can do this, then I can take it the next step, and I
yeah,
can start to put my own voice out there instead of being that having that fear. And as we all know, that fear will hold you back from so much in this world.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. It is nice for people to understand that I am the sort of person that you would walk past in the street. Like I've said before, I'm just a Joe average person. I don't shine out in any way, particularly. You can walk straight past me. But I shine because I've been given by others around me that sense of worth. They've shown me how to have that sense of worth. And, I would never, this is the first time for me that I've ever sort of gone out there and said anything, really. Sometimes I struggle with the words that I'm trying to say, and I'll have to ask for assistance from people, but nobody seems to mind that. Nobody is saying, oh, crikey, she doesn't know what she's on about that one. She doesn't know the word for this or that. People are so helpful. And that has given me a sense of worth. People have given me their time, and that has given me that sense of worth. So, yeah, it is good. It is good to know.
Right.
It's carried me from leaps and bounds, from just Joe average to Julie.
Right. And like, to piggyback off of what you said, imagine continuing on your journey and meeting people that can finish your sentence. And those people, it feels like you've been knowing them, your entire life. And you become the best friends, and the best of the best of pretty much everything. And you are bringing naturally the best out of each other. And like you said, y'all are just you know um maybe average Joes, however you want to spin that. And y'all were just in the beginning, two people, having an initial conversation. But that conversation helped you, it helped me, and it helped everybody else that was listening.
Yeah, 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 it did. It does. And it continues to. And there have been some absolutely wonderful people that I've met on here, that have really given me some tools to apply to my life, my experiences, and to get value from what I see and experience and where I'm going to go next. They've given me those tools so that I can feel worthy. I can feel like my idea or my plans are good plans. They suit me, and it's a worthwhile thing to do. It's a worthy kind of thing to do. And that's from other people on here talking to me and listening to what I say and giving good truth nuggets and gifts. So yeah, this is just amazing. This I must say. I really must say, it's with the people at Absolute Diamonds. They know who they are. They all know who they are, because the majority of them are them.
Yeah, and I can say that that you're an amazing person, and I cannot wait to read your book, and I cannot wait to see you being interviewed by all of these different news outlets from around the world, just telling your story, and inspiring people along the way.
Yeah, and it'll be thanks to you guys that I sound anything near articulate. So massive thank you for that. Yeah, it's been a journey that has been amazing on here in such a short span. and the hands that are out to catch me and warm me have been amazing as well. It's an experience I would definitely say. If you have something you want to say it. Come on and say it. It's great. We've all got something to offer.
Right. And yeah, thank you, Julie, so much for coming up and, giving that wisdom. Just like she said that, people help her to be, articulate and help her, with the words and stuff like that. And you can get a t-shirt that says, like I'm just here. You guys make me so amazing. Something like that, but it is, man, it's amazing how you meet just total strangers, and within that, like, y'all are, it's different journeys, but I think it's just a respect, like, man, I see somebody that's doing this too, and that just makes it not in a competitive way, but in an inspirational way, that says, man, this like, I see people on this app, like, I now I see people doing like, they have almost like hundreds of talks, and now they have almost 500, 1,000 followers and stuff. I'm like, I didn't even know that there was that many people on this app, to be honest with you. But that's the amazing power of that's the amazing power of social media. It goes beyond the, this is taking the form of cold calling and knocking on people's doors, but you're doing that, but you're doing it, I guess, from wherever it is, maybe do your podcast, or maybe from the comfort of home. And I was to bring up David again, man, like you said, to start a podcast, you don't really, you can go, like like laptop and all of this stuff, like I'm streaming on YouTube and Clubhouse and on here, and that's the beautiful thing, um where you can do all of that. But naturally, if you're just on the Wisdom app, I mean, honestly, that's enough, where you can interact socially with all of these different people. Man, imagine, like, I know things take time, but man, imagine if this would have came out like last year. And but I know that the app is going to continue to grow, and that they're going to continue to update it, and I'm going to continue to I just feel like some amazing things, you're going to see some amazing talents like pop up, and you're going to see them, right, like, generally a lot of people have probably gotten their start, you know or restart or rebrand, right here on this app. And so I know some people do podcasts and all of that different stuff, and it's this helps you to bring guests on, and you can have a conversation, and that helps to train you in the art of the conversation. I know everybody is not, like, I know some, I know public speaking is one of the dreaded fears that a lot of people have. Maybe they're introverted, maybe they feel like people aren't going to care, or within reason. But everybody has everybody has an expertise out there. Everybody everybody has a story to tell. So if they're not podcasting, they're starting a YouTube, or whatever. But the journey naturally has to start from somewhere, and I always feel like it starts from within. And once it starts there, you may you can go on whatever app or whatever, learn a little bit. Like, for me, if I have a talent in something, and if I see other people doing it, I'm like, okay, like, I'll sit back and watch and learn from them. But the best experience, I feel like, is just doing it. Once you're doing it, you get like my martial arts instructor would say, he would say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So you're perfecting your craft, just to put it to you like that. And he was very old school, you know. Oh my goodness, he was so old school, like, and and his teachings. Like if we were, you think of so kung fu movies, like if we were like training in the mountains, he would literally make you tie two buckets to maybe a stick and fill it with water and make you run up the mountain with them. And if you spill a drop, you got to go way back down the mountain and start all over again. He was that kind of instructor. But looking back at it now, I can appreciate that because I take a lot of those lessons that that was taught, in those classes, and I can. One thing he also said was that you should be able, because this is an art form. The art of the art of speaking, the art of putting yourself out there, podcasting, uh, you know, being an influencer on on social media. No, you don't need to feel like if you don't have I don't know, thousands of followers in the beginning. Yes, you're still an influencer because you're doing it and you're doing it naturally. You're sticking to your guns and you're putting yourself out there. I forgot the young lady's name I spoke to earlier on here, but basically she was saying, we were talking about how we were talking about social media marketing and how all the gurus say, use the hashtags, and now it's about shorter videos and some people say longer videos, and your lighting has to be it's like, hey, come on, man. It's like you can't, I'm not saying I can't bullshit your vocabulary, but you're not gonna be able to do all of that stuff. Who's gonna remember all of that? But my thing is like, look, while I have the time, while I have the while I have the fortitude to go ahead and do it and to push myself. And then I know it's not just me, but but like somebody said, man, you never know who's watching, and you never know who's watching, and you never know who's listening. But I'm always up for a critique. So if anybody wants to reach out, if you want to collab, if you want to network, I do have my own podcast. I have my own YouTube channel. So, if you guys want to network, please hit me up on hit me up on YouTube, hit me up on Instagram, or, hit me up on LinkedIn, and in my inbox. And, I'll be more than happy to talk and network and all of that stuff. So, but remember, you are priceless on your journey. Don't ever let anybody try to take away your worth. Know that as is always said, your network is your net worth. So, sometimes it is about who you know, and naturally who knows you. And you never know, you never know, like in your journey, you never know naturally who you're going to meet, or they people don't know who you're going to become, so. And remember, somebody said, the amazing Miss Shonda said that the word no is the word no is it's is his own sentence in a sense, and just because somebody says no or not right now, that doesn't mean that that's the end. So, and there's so many more opportunities out there. Like somebody said, the word no just means next opportunity. So that's how I look at it. And that is my time for today, folks. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody on YouTube,